first of all, let's just talk about the mini conference and why we're doing the mini conference. And it's basically the premises for the nonprofit organization, which, we know is Sister Celebrating Each Other. And the whole point is to bring women together, to support them, to encourage them, to kind of help them discover their varied passions. So many of us have varied passions and, things that we wanted to do, didn't do because life happened, relationships happened, all kind of stuff happened. So we kind of want to bridge that gap between sisters. For me, growing up, I remember my mother, 30 years old, struggling with a 15-year-old child. She had me when she was 15, and going through that and watching her suffer, struggle with alcoholism, and and just the challenges and the struggles that she went through. I remember as a child, I must have been about maybe 9, 10 years old, thinking when I grow up, I want to build a homeless shelter. I mean, what 8 or 9-year-old child knows about building a homeless shelter? But having lived in various motels with my mother and watched all the stuff that she went through and how it affected me as a child, and then growing up and becoming a woman myself, and then going through the struggles that I went through, it made me kind of really look at my mother. Probably when I hit 39 years old, I thought about my mother, and she died when she was 33. And I thought to myself, I'm 39 years old. There is no way she could have known what she was doing to have 4 children, one being 15, and it just really made me think about the women and what they must be going through. I thought about my mother and what she must have been going through, as a woman, really struggling with her identity, being Indian, and, an identity crisis. Does she fit in? Being different, being teased. They used to tease her, woo, 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 when she was a child, and I wonder how that affected her and what impact it had on her life, and, from her, what impact it had on me and my siblings as well. So I guess, sisters celebrating each other, I often describe it as a life that I've lived, and one that I really want to help other women not live if I can. I often say that we live so others may live. So perhaps all that my mother went through and all that I went through, is really so that I can now encourage someone else. Yeah.
Exactly. My mom kind of went through the same thing. Her mom also died. My mom was pregnant at 15, and her mother died before she even gave birth to my oldest sister. So she went through the same thing, and my mom also struggled. She had 4 children, and she was a single mom, so we moved every year. We had to uplift and move, so it was hard. We struggled in school and what have you, because of course, up and moving, every year, it's just kind of hard. You just no stability there.
Right,
so
right.
I know how it is to, take government cheese sandwiches, to school for lunch and what have you. And so I like the sisters celebrating each other because we have a chance to not only train the women to have some kind of stability in their lives, give them some kind of support system, and encourage and just some opportunities to just grow.
Right.
It's so hard when you have children and you're on your own and what have you, and just to think that there's nobody you can go to. We all don't have family members around and what have you. There's just some that are just on their own, and the shelters, some of the shelters are very good, but some of them are just a place to stay. They don't give you any stability. As a lot of times, the women can't even sleep in shelters because they're watching their children and what have you. And so just a peace of mind is something that I look forward to with the sisters celebrating each other, as far as just the outreach and just, letting women know that we've been through the same thing, and, we may look like we haven't been through, what we've been through, but we have, and it's just a testimony that, it's just a season for you. It's not the rest of your life. You can look back on this, years from now and say, hey, I did it, and hopefully the services that we offer from the sisters celebrating each other, well, once they get on their feet, it will help them want
Right.
to just pay it forward and help
Right.
someone else. And if we have that spirit of, wanting to help each other, then we can eliminate a lot of the stuff that we just go through as women,
Right.
when we can be just helping each other.
Right, right. That's one of the things that when we talk about sisters celebrating each other, it really is, one of the things that God said to me when, he first gave me this vision is that we're not just another nonprofit organization. Now, by all means, there are wonderful organizations out there that support women and children, and we commend them for what they do. But we want to do more than that. We want to be able to kind of really help them find their purpose. And with sisters celebrating each other, one of the things that I've learned is that you really can't pursue your purpose. But what about those that don't know?
Exactly.
You see a lot of young girls, feeling like they have to have their boobs out and their butt cheeks out and all these different things because that's a way to get a man. That's not a way to get a man. That's a way to, have somebody come after you for your body. But you want somebody to respect you, somebody to reverence you, for the queen that you are. But if you don't know that you're a queen, then you don't expect to be treated like a king.
Yeah, if you don't respect yourself,
Right.
then it's going to be really hard for someone else to respect
Right.
you.
You have to set that standard in a relationship of what you'll accept and what you won't accept.
You paid it. Threw it into the sea. You.